This is not a drill. Everyone in the world is currently hating on Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance. As many of you guys know by now, a few moments ago, Bad Bunny just had his Super Bowl halftime performance with a lot of people in the world just absolutely aggravated and hating on it. Starting off with the President Donald Trump, he ended up crashing out on his social media by him just ranting of how awful it was. And as you can see right here, he ended up ranting on social media, basically just saying that it was absolutely deplorable and disgusting and how it wasn't supposed to be about Puerto Rico, but rather America, since we are in the United States of America and the Super Bowl is American. It didn't stop there, because then you had a lot of creators that people all over the world look up to, like Los Polos, with him calling out Bad Bunny, with him saying, yo, I like a lot of Bad Bunny songs. That was the second worst halftime show I've ever seen besides last year. What the fuck was that? And it just kept going, with people absolutely aggravated at the fact that Bad Bunny wasn't speaking English. Like this person right here that said, was there even a single song performed in the language of the country, English? Anyone else found this halftime super disappointing? And this is what the person ended up saying, why doesn't he sing in English instead of Spanish? So what is my entire situation? Bad Bunny just had his Super Bowl halftime performance with a lot of people not happy. Were you guys rocking with it? Were you guys not? Let me know.
I am overly disappointed in black people's response to the Super Bowl. And I'm so disappointed at how black people are responding, given that we needed moments like those. We understand what needing a moment and having a moment feels like. So when another minority community has a moment, why are we not celebrating that? Why would we not celebrate another minority community having a moment? It just feels hella selfish. A lot of you guys' perspective on the world is this small. You don't realize it's 20,000 different perspectives around you. The Super Bowl is not just for black people. We had Usher. We got Rihanna. We got Kendrick Lamar last year. And when Kendrick Lamar was doing all that symbolic stuff about America, you know what white people were saying? Oh, I don't understand that. That was just... And we was defending that. Because he was putting on. So, if anything, black people should understand what it's like to have a moment. And for y'all to get up here and diss Bad Bunny and diss the whole Super Bowl because you don't know Spanish is fake to me. I feel like minority to minority, struggle to struggle, Hispanics and black people are very similar in a lot of ways. Not saying we're the same, not saying we went through the same things, but we're very similar. And it's just like, y'all, like, we creating this whole divide, like, oh, I don't understand that. That's, like, we're acting like white people. We're acting like the white people when black people get up on stage and do something and white people respond that way. We're responding the same way when Bad Bunny did this thing. We're responding the same way the white people respond to us. Like, black people are really claiming Super Bowl like, this isn't American football. Nigga, this ain't for you. You really the Super Bowl ain't for us. And you really, y'all have adopted this mindset like the Super Bowl is for black people. It's not. Do you know the people that own the Super Bowl, the NFL? None of them are black. They do this for money. They don't care about you. So for you to claim American football, claim this is not the football I know. It's not, because it's not for you, gang. I'm disappointed in a lot of y'all. So
Yo, how's it going? How's it going, people? What's up? I'm Mari back at it. As seen from the clips before, today we'll be looking at something different. We'll be looking at the different reactions and what people think of the halftime Super Bowl performance by Bad Bunny. Watch till the end to see what more people think. Leave a like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Let's get back into it.
Okay, so Bad Bunny's performance is a perfect mirror for every culture war happening in the US right now. Let me tell you why. Every year people watch the same performance, but they don't see the same things. Some will say Bad Bunny represents global creativity, queerness, borderless music, and a younger generation that isn't afraid of fluidity or bilingual expression. Others will say he represents moral decline, an attack on tradition, or a threat to whatever version of America they grew up imagining. And that is my point. People are not reacting to the performance itself, they're reacting to the story they've been taught about who counts, who belongs, and who gets to take up that much space on the biggest stage in America. So when a Puerto Rican artist sings in Spanish at the center of a national ritual, it touches something deep. And for some people, that's pride and recognition, but for other people, that's fear and confusion. That's because culture is shifting, and shift always exposes old anxieties. So this performance was a battleground. This country is trying to figure out what it's becoming. Identity is changing, power is changing, representation is continuing to stretch past those old boundaries. So if tonight felt electric or uncomfortable or inspiring or chaotic, that reaction says something about the moment we're all living in. Now, I know this is entertainment, but I also know it's a snapshot of a country negotiating who we are. So let me ask you this. What part of Bad Bunny's performance did you react to, and what do you think that reaction reveals about our culture right now?
So I just watched the Super Bowl halftime with Bad Bunny. How many of you know what? How can I start this off? Okay, watching the Super Bowl halftime with Bad Bunny, I seen a lot of stuff that obviously I wasn't expecting. Nobody knows what to expect when they see the halftime. We don't know who they're gonna bring out. They just surprise us, right, when it happens. But watching the Super Bowl halftime show, when Bad Bunny came out, I don't know what he is, Spanish or Latino, whatever he is, man, the performance was phenomenal. I loved it. I couldn't understand a damn thing that they were singing, but the music was a vibe. I love how they brought the culture into it, man, with them in the fields and coming from off the telephone power poles, the electric poles or whatever. And what I really loved the most was the flags that they held up during part of the halftime show with all the countries, man. Now, the reason why I'm saying this because I believe that halftime show with Bad Bunny was a freaking slap in the face to Donald Trump and all those freaking ICE agents, man. Even though they didn't say anything, listen, y'all watch the halftime show over. If you got it on repeat, watch it again, man. There's a message in there. You notice a lot of the halftime Super Bowl commercials were of Spanish people, Latinos. Remember what Trump said a while ago? He said that they lived in a trash island off the water. Remember that stuff a while back, guys? I feel like this is why he wasn't there. I heard that they were even protesting outside the Super Bowl about Trump, man. But the message to me was clear. A lot of y'all probably was rocking to the music and jamming and vibing, and it went over your head what was going on, especially when they held up all those flags. Y'all know that was a pure slap in the face to Trump and to ICE, right? Think about it, guys. Go back and watch it and leave me a comment and let me know what y'all think, man. Listen, I love this, man. I love it. I freaking love it. This is why Bad Bunny did not want to tour in the United States because of situations like this. But they definitely made a statement. Stand up, Bad Bunny. Salute to you, bruh. You did your big one.
So, we're talking about Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl halftime show yesterday. It was a big deal, right? He's a global superstar and he brought that energy to one of America's biggest stages. But you see, reactions are all over the place. Some folks loved it, others not so much, and then there are these weird theories floating around. First off, Bad Bunny headlined the halftime show, performing mostly in Spanish, with surprise guests popping up like Lady Gaga, Cardi B, Ricky Martin, and even some actors like Pedro Pascal. It was colorful, high energy with lots of dancing and that reggaeton vibe is known for. For a lot of people, this was a celebration. I've seen comments from fans saying it was a huge win for Latino representation, finally seeing someone from Puerto Rico take center stage in a way that felt authentic and proud. Folks in the community talked about how it made them feel seen, especially with the music reflecting their culture without switching everything to English. celebrities chimed in too, with some calling it amazing and fun. Like it brought joy to the game. On social media, there are memes and posts hyping it up as a party, with people saying it got them hyped. It's like for those who vibe with this music, with this type of music, it was exactly what they wanted. Energetic, inclusive, and a nod to how diverse America is these days. Now, on the flip side, not everyone was feeling it. We've seen a bunch of reactions where people felt left out because of the language. Some viewers said they couldn't follow along with the lyrics, and that made the whole thing confusing or even boring for them. There were complaints that the Super Bowl is supposed to be for everyone, and having it mostly in Spanish felt like it excluded parts of the audience. Politicians and commentators jumped in too, as we've seen Trump called it one of the worst ever, saying nobody understood what was being said and that it didn't represent American standards. Now, this has sparked even more debate, with some agreeing it was a bad choice for such a big event, maybe too political or just not fitting the traditional vibe. Others pointed out that they weren't familiar with Bad Bunny's music at all, so it didn't hit the same way past shows have. It's interesting how opinions split here. Some saw it as fresh and exciting, while others wanted something more familiar or in English. Now theories people are coming up with ties back to politics. But Bunny has spoken out before about issues like immigration and Puerto Rico's struggles, and some folks think his performance was a subtle or not so subtle statement against things like ICE raids or the current administration. With the timing right after his Grammy moment, where he called out ICE, people are speculating if the NFL picked him to make a point about diversity and inclusion, or if it was just about his popularity boosting global views. I've seen posts suggesting it's part of a bigger push to grow the league internationally, especially with more games overseas. Then there are wild ideas, conspiracies around the Super Bowl, like human trafficking rumors that always pop up around big events. Some say the guest appearances were clues to something deeper, or that the whole show was engineered to divide people on cultural lines. Others tie it to Jay-Z's involvement with the NFL, bringing in old scandals and questioning if there's an agenda behind the entertainment. And it's kind of fascinating how one performance can spark all these interpretations. And don't forget the alternative events that popped up. There was talk of a competing halftime show put on by groups like Turning Point USA with Kid Rock, which some people tuned into instead, calling it more American. That added another layer, with folks debating which one was better and why. Huh? The performance has become a mirror for bigger conversations about culture, language, and what belongs on that stage. Personally, I try to stay neutral on these things because art and entertainment hit everyone differently. I believe it's subjective. On one hand, I get why some loved it. It's empowering to see representation that feels real. And Bad Bunny's got that star power that draws in new fans. It could open doors for more diverse acts in the future, showing how music crosses borders. I see the frustration also if it didn't connect. The Super Bowl is a shared experience, and if parts of it feel inaccessible, that can turn people off. As for the theories, some make you think about the politics behind big events, but others seem like a stretch, maybe born out of the heated moment. At the end of the day, it's entertainment, and whether it was a hit or miss depends on your perspective. What matters is that it got us all talking, and that's part of what makes these moments memorable. Wouldn't you say? We've seen halftime shows evolve over the years, reflecting changing times, and this one feels like another step into that direction. So, with that, let's watch this last clip.
Bad Bunny was a bad decision for the Super Bowl halftime show. The fact that none of the NFL players knew anything about him or his music absolutely proves it. And what don't sit right with me is the simple fact that most of the people that were on the Epstein list was actually at the fucking Super Bowl this year, okay? So it just lets you know that once people seen those files, nobody gave a fuck. Everybody just went back to their normal, regular lives like nothing ever happened. And most of us already know that the Super Bowl, just as well as the Grammys, is one of their biggest energy harvesting rituals. So I don't know if that was the point of them choosing Bad Bunny or was it a political statement, but either way, it was a bad decision. Here's the thing, right? It's crazy how so many people are going for ICE instead of going for the motherfuckers that was on the Epstein file. I've said it once and I'm going to say it over and over and over until y'all get it through y'all heads. Nobody gave a fuck about those victims. Y'all just wanted those files to drop so that y'all can have think pieces and y'all can have fucking content. And like I said before, y'all was hoping that Trump name was in there more than anybody else's. All I'm going to say is the only reason why these motherfuckers got power is because we continue to show up and give it to them over and over again.
Thanks for sticking around. Hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Come on, guys. If you've got your own reactions or theories about this, drop them in the comments below. Let's keep the convo going. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.